Hello, Crypto Growth fam. Today we're going to be discussing XDC network and the game-changing trend in finance. Well, look at this, folks. The new financial order is here. We've got QNT associated with Oracle. We've got hbar associated with NVIDIA. By the way, these are overlapping with one another as well. Link, Swift, XRP Dubai approval. Besides that, a lot of different banks, Bank of America and others. We've got ICP, the UN, XLM, also the UN, UNHCR, UNICEF. We've seen it. XDC over here, according to X Finance Bull over here, JP Morgan. So look at this. The global industry adoption of blockchain is here. The new financial system is being built, and these are the assets that are building it. If you look at this, finance and banking, JP Morgan and Lloyd's using Enigio on XDC network, folks. So XDC network is here to change the game. Why is that? Look at this. This is Web3 parrot over here. Here's why it might not be as crazy as it sounds. Road to $1, by the way. Okay, if XDC hits $1, that would mean a market cap of around $16 billion, folks. So is it possible or not? Let's explore. That's a 16x from current levels, basically. So for context as to the similar coins that have done that already, you all know about XRP, folks. It reached over $100 billion in previous bull cycles. Then we've got XDC. It also operates in a similar space, the utility space, basically, and it specializes in global trade and finance, but with fewer competitors. XDC, folks, it has a lot of things going for it. Not a lot of projects are targeting the global trade and finance sector, and this is why it is more than just hype. It is more than just speculation, because XDC is ISO 20022 compliant. It is enterprise ready, and it is built to work with Swift and traditional finance systems, the legacy systems, and it wants to integrate its use case and inject it right into them. Unlike the crowded DeFi or NFT sectors, XDC's lane is relatively clear. So it is pretty much possible. So anything can happen, but it can happen. Look at this tokenizer over here as well, talking about different standards, financial standards. Let me bookmark this for future reference as well. Okay, look at this. July 14th changes everything. ISO 20022 goes live, and XRP, XLM, XDC, amongst others, are built for it. The rest will get left behind. Folks, in my opinion, it will take time. It will take time. I've told you time and again. We'll take baby steps, and slowly and gradually the new financial infrastructure is being built. Look at this, card networks versus XDC networks. So this is MasterCard, Visa, fee 1.5% to 3%, varies by country obviously, speed, days, middlemen, yes. When it comes to XDC, there are no middlemen, the speed is instant, literally zero transaction gas fee, folks. The fee 0.0001 US dollars. So these are the levels that XDC is functioning in. And talking about RWA, we're going to be looking at this video over here in a moment. Game-changing trends in finance. So Atul Kekre at Plug and Play Summit. This was posted by XDC official one day ago. We're going to be checking this out. This is latest. Just a moment. So XDC is bringing real assets like gold and invoices on chain using ISO 20022 standards. So XDC wants to change the real world asset tokenization space as well. Let's check this out.
Next, we would like to welcome our partner at the XDC Network, Atul, to the stage to discuss how the XDC Network is the premier platform for RWA tokenization. Everybody give a hand up for Atul.
Hello. You need one? So is this forward or is this back? Yeah. Hello, good morning. So I'm Atul Khekre. I'm the co-founder of XDC Network. Here today at the Plug and Play Summit, it's like a lot of memories coming back. Well, it all started with Bitcoin, I think, for all of us. So back in the Valley, 2013-14, I was helping an entrepreneur put together an exchange or something, and he offered Bitcoins to me for payment. And then I accepted the first tranche, and it just seemed amazing how the money left one phone and entered another, right? Till that point of time, the innovation in technology in Web 2, it had never happened that an information was actually lost from one phone or sent from one phone and appeared on another, and then the first phone did not have the ownership of it any longer. And that was the birth of tokenization. That was like the most amazing, like a eureka moment for us to think of limitless possibilities that could come forward as the future unfolds. So we set out with that vision. The enterprise settlement layer, effectively tokenization would take a center stage in not just the financial world, but all other economic aspects of it. And this is where we really got together. We are entering into our 9th year now. We are $1 billion plus of market cap. So how does this all work? Like, how does the vision unfold further from what Bitcoin did, right? So in the last 30 to 40 years, internet has been pretty much the digital form of information that was made accessible via browsers or via mobile phones or via applications. But what we were really accessing was the information only, whether it was the information about certain products or the payments itself. The payments were not happening at the layer of application. They were happening below. What you were only receiving was the confirmation. And this is where I think everything changes going forward. The next 20, 30 years is going to be this whole innovation around finternet. So the financial internet, in which what you can do is directly access any kind of assets and payments between phones, between computers, and this is what is going to transform the whole economies of scale of what internet has brought us. I've been simply explaining today, let's say I have like a $10 bill, right? And if I give it to one person, then I no longer have ownership of it. I pass that document to the person, he has taken it away, there's no central bank or anyone authenticating that transaction, there's only two of us. And imagine that happening in the digital world. Web 2 wasn't doing it. The internet wasn't doing it. The internet was simply giving you the information to show that it's done, but it was actually happening at layer below. And this is what I think is the biggest transformation that we saw coming to put together the vision of XDC Network, that there would be an only layer of information, assets, and settlement that would actually happen on the machines themselves. And so in the design of how we built the XDC network as the enterprise settlement layer, we made sure that we keep connecting traditional systems or whichever interoperability medium that it needs to connect with. At the end user level, how would it work? It has to be simple enough, right? So internet has made us accustomed to all the mobile phones, Android platforms, applications, Mac OS, browsers. That is how we interact with applications right now. And it would pretty much go on and do the same, except for the fact that the applications that are built on this settlement layer, the distributed settlement layer, would be called distributed applications because simply they're not running on one server, they're running on a consortium network or a trust network that is validating transactions by itself. It would run 24/7, so even if you're like on a Saturday or Sunday, you would still be able to transact large amount of transactions without bothering the banks. We'll wake up and effectively maybe do the settlement, but you can just continue to do your transactions as it just happens. how would the end user really access it? This is one more of the vision that firstly it has to be the customers or the consumers, how they would see all this unfolding. So being in the Bay Area, I thought I'll put something together like just more relevant for here. Let's say there's a developer trying to put together a student housing project. And what happened before was you went to the banks or you went to a few of the private equity investors, tried to put together capital and build the project, and then those handful of people or institutions made their money. Except that everything changes when it comes to the financial internet or the settlement layer, in which you are able to create a digital, absolutely digital version, not at the information layer, but even at the property deed or property certificate layer. The ownership of the asset now goes on the phone, right? You are able to access it, that trade related, yield generating, whether it's private credit, real estate.
Look at this, folks. When talking about payments and real-world assets, as XDC as a settlement layer. By the way, I really liked the point over here. It is oftentimes taken for granted that Saturdays and Sundays, although are bank holidays, but when it comes to the utility assets, they never sleep. So it is a really taken for granted point, underrated point, by the way. Anyways, look at this, 30 trillion of real-world assets. We've got trade-related stuff like container shipments, invoices, bills of lading, etc., receivables. We've got yield-generating real estate. Real estate is more than $300 trillion industry, by the way. Then we've got private credit. When it comes to payments, 10 trillion of daily payments and settlements. We've got messaging-based ISO 20022 standard, as you already know, bearer asset-based XDC, regulated stablecoins, deferred payments, and look at the cumulative market cap and cumulative money and funds that and sectors that XDC network wants and aims to disrupt. This is awesome.
Or anything at all. We are working with partners around the world, and this is where Plug and Play is one of the great partnerships for us. When it comes to payments, there are various possibilities how you can use the network as a settlement layer just for messaging on confirmation for traditional payments, as well as a bearer asset settlement or a regulated stablecoin settlement, or something that is cleared based on rules that, let's say I achieve something or I deliver something and I get the payment after that. It is all just a matter of few lines of code and how you can achieve it. So on top of the standards, what really powers the network? This is something we designed ourselves. Bitcoin is, I don't know how many people have actually transacted it, but we thought when, at the time it was really slow, it was not something that could be used for mass adoption, also because of the way it consumes energy. So at that time, we thought that it would need a huge innovation in terms of how, if you really want to enable the scale of real-world economies on the settlement layer, it would need an actual innovation from even those standards. So XDC, or it came from Exchange Infinite Digital Coin, basically just shortened now to XDC for better branding and understanding. But it basically we re-architected at that time Ethereum had a proof of work consensus, but we re-architected the consensus to make it the XDC consensus, or which is now hot stuff, delegated proof of stake, and be able to achieve actual feasibility for real world competitive businesses to transact on it, for applications, for developers, for companies to actually work with it. So this was like a real innovation that we put together in terms of consensus, from where Bitcoin or Ethereum have evolved into XDC, which is now targeting a very large market of real world assets and payments. These are some of the current statistics. We entered seventh year of the main network, which has been running 24/7 without any major downtime. It's been probably like 1 hour in last 7 years. These are the statistics right now. The market cap is $1 billion plus. The fully diluted market cap is about $3 billion. We have some of the largest global enterprises, banks, financial institutions already working with us, tokenizing private credit, real estate, treasury products, yield products, or money market products. This is all happening. So why are we here? Back.
Look at this, folks. Corporates and governments, ventures ecosystem, venture builder, tokenization, trade finance and payments framework, venture funds, fund of funds, okay, family offices. Then we've got plug and play, partnership, shortlisted projects, and payments and real world tokenization. Tokenized regulated stablecoin fund solutions. This is what XDC is all about. What do you guys think? Is it indeed the game changer in finance? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Decent and its wallets, as well as Patreon, by following the links in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.